It's time to break down more Africa Cup of Nations action, and it's the host nation, Ivory Coast, taking on Nigeria in a key Group A matchup in Matchday 2 on Thursday, January 18th at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Les Elephants of Ivory Coast are 49th in the FIFA rankings, while Nigeria, the Super Eagles, are 42nd. Now, the odds in this game make Ivory Coast the host, the home team, the favorites at minus 106 odds, the draw being plus 210, and Nigeria being long shots at plus 375. If you were looking at the total, over 2.5 comes in at plus 170, under 2.5 at minus 225. Both teams to score yes, plus 125. Both teams to score no, minus 175. Now, scoring props as to who might get on the score sheet individually. The most favored players to score all start on the Ivory Coast side, starting with Sebastian Haller at plus 210. He's the favorite. However, he didn't play in Matchday 1, dealing with an ankle injury. Next, it's Nicolas Pepe at plus 240. Christian Kouamé comes in third at plus 260. Then it's Nigeria's Victor Osimhen at plus 300. He scored versus Equatorial Guinea for the Super Eagles. Then we have three more Ivorians at plus 300 and plus 333, including Matchday 1 scorer Jean-Philippe Carasso at plus 300. Before the next two Nigerian players come in on the list at Iber Paul Iheanacho at plus 375 and Kelechi Iheanacho at plus 400. Soon after that comes in another Matchday 1 scorer, and it's Ivory Coast player Sekou Fofana at plus 450, who got a goal on Matchday 1. Now, if we look back to Matchday 1, Ivory Coast opened the tournament with a 2-0 win over Guinea-Bissau, scoring early in both halves in the 4th minute and the 58th minute. But both teams had 10 shots. However, Ivory Coast had the edge in shots on target, 4-3, possession 62%, and in corners 6-2. For Nigeria, in the Nigeria-Equatorial Guinea game, Equatorial Guinea had just one shot on target, but it was a goal, and it opened the scoring in the 36th minute of play. But that lead was very short-lived as Victor Osimhen tied it up for the Super Eagles just 2 minutes later. Nigeria had the edge in shots, 19-7, as well as shots on target, 7-1, but missed many chances early on. With all of those shots, they had the possession edge as well, a big difference of 77%. Equatorial Guinea, though, had more corners at 3-2. Now, head-to-head, historically, these teams have played 6 times, but not since a 2015 friendly that saw Ivory Coast win 1-0. Overall, that being said, even though they're not recent games, Ivory Coast has won 4. They are 4-2-0. There have been no draws when these teams have played. Now, for some stats and best bets in this game, Ivory Coast tuned up with a 5-1 friendly win over Sierra Leone on January 6th. Before that 2-0 Matchday 1 win. They've now won 4 straight games. They've outscored their opponents 18-1 in those games, and they've scored multiple goals in all of those games. They are now 5-2-0, undefeated in their last 7, and they're 7-3-1 in their last 11. They're 13-5-4 in their last 22. They've scored in 7 straight games and also in 9 of 10 games. Nigeria were the highest scoring team in qualifying with 22 goals, and with a goal in Matchday 1, they've now scored in 8 of their last 9 games. However, they are winless in their last 4 games. They're 0-3-1 with 3 1-1 draws and a 2-0 loss. Now, both teams to score bets would be 5-1 in their past 6 games, which is what I think the best bet for this game is. Ivory Coast have kept 3 clean sheets in 3 of their last 4, but against teams like Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, and Seychelles, not the attacking talent of the Nigerian Super Eagles. Now, if you were going to look for a winner, you'd have to go with the in-form Ivory Coast team, and a trend that definitely backs a host nation getting a win in the group stage. Host nations at AFCON recently have only lost 1 of the last 38 group stage games playing at home, and they have gone 17 straight games in a row dating back to 2012, not losing. So let's go both teams to score, plus 125 as the best bet. What do you see happening in this game? Be sure to drop your best bet in the comments, and best of luck with all of your AFCON picks.